for anybody that has joined us, this is a little spontaneous, semi-spontaneous. We planned it a couple of hours ago, but yeah, a little interview with Amy, and Amy has just completed the Nature's Answer course. So I thought maybe we could ask Amy some questions. So if you have a question for Amy, then put it in the chat and we will check that. But yeah, let's see how we go. So Amy, tell us a little about just your family for starters.
Okay, my family, I have 3 very cool little boys. They have the most wonderful personalities. However, they are plagued with a series of challenges that take a fair bit out of them. We have, my oldest has situs inversus and dextrocardia, so his insides are all back to front. And then we've got autism, we've got cerebral palsy, we've got anxiety, we've got just a mishmash of what I used to think was simply the genetic jackpot.
So you were in quite an interesting place before you started the course. And what did you want out of the course? Like, why did you sign up?
I wanted a better way to improve our health than just medication on medication and intervention on intervention that would pile on each other and continue to build. I wanted something that was actually going to go to the root of the problem rather than just address symptomatic things.
Okay. And so now you've been through 6 weeks of the course, and how has this impacted your family?
Oh my goodness, so much. I'm starting with me, and I'm starting to filter down the changes that I can. Unfortunately, it is only coming from me, and that's okay. I can work with that. But I mean, even we've had so many changes with my littlest one who's got cerebral palsy because he's prone to infections, and so many things where I've simply used a potato poultice or charcoal and the like, instead of him having to have another round of antibiotics and another round of antibiotics. And from those simple changes to, I think my biggest one was in your first session where you spoke about the germ versus terrain theory. And the biggest change that has happened is me being able to filter information that I'm getting and filter my own thoughts through a different understanding. And that's made all the difference. There has been, and everything will continue to pile on.
Gives me goosebumps. I love that. I love that. And yeah, that you've been through an amazing journey. Amy has always been the one first in the class, first to submit the homework. She has been so hungry and on fire for this information, and it's just been beautiful to watch. And Amy, you're doing an amazing job. It's one step at a time. One step at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Amy does also, as for having done the course, now Amy is, I don't like the word affiliate. I need to find another word for that. We'll call it a partner. So we're going to put Amy's link in the comments. And if you have been thinking about purchasing the course, you can use Amy's link, and then her family gets a little thank you gift, monetary thank you gift for using her link. And of course, anybody that signs up for the course will have that opportunity as well in the future. But I thought, as we have Amy online here, and we've had a question about, what's involved in a module and how many remedies and treatments and so on in the whole course, I thought that maybe we can show a walkthrough, semi-walkthrough, because I don't want to show them everything. There's going to be some surprises in there. But, and maybe, Amy, you can tell us, well, what was your favorite part and so on. I just want to see, there's some comments here. Oh, okay, you've got that in there. Cool. All right, so we're going to share screen. And that one. And okay. Okay. So I just want to check that that's showing up all right. It's not showing you, Amy, but I think we will still hear you. And that's okay. All right. So just to show you, this is the course platform. So you have, when you first sign up, you get access to this introduction to the course section, where I just walk you through what we're doing. So it's quite a simple platform to use. Just little instructions on how to get going, introduction to your course guide, and the process of the course, how to set up your binder, and then all the different sections that you can print out, starting just with the cover and your vision activity. And this, if you are interested in doing this vision activity, I have put that in this Simple Solutions group as a little exercise for you if you'd like to do that. Amy, how did you find this, the vision activity, you know, creating a vision for your family for health?
It really helped me know what I was wanting coming through the course. It helped me with, I was one of the lucky ones who managed to get a half-hour face-to-face with you at the start. And so it helped me with working out how to gear my questions towards you and what I wanted to raise. It also helped me to be aware that my changes weren't going to happen in a day. They weren't going to happen in a week. These would be long-term projects. And that the first thing that I would need was myself to change.
So, wow, pretty powerful. Awesome. The module 1 is the longer one, where we lay a strong foundation for the rest of the course. And this is where you learned about the terrain versus germ theory. We learned about inflammation, the basic steps to a healthy childhood, and then like ready for battle. What was that one? I can't even remember. Okay, dealing with fever and so on, and how you can assist the immune system, basically building a strong immune system. And I thought this one might be the one that people struggle with the most, but as in that module, because it was long and so on, but it seems to be the thing that people constantly refer back to. Like, yeah, I can trust that what I'm doing for my child is this long-term project. It's, you know, this little thing that they're doing today is not just this little thing, it's impacting their future. And knowing that a healthy adult stems from a healthy child. And, you know, it takes a healthy adult, such as the mother, to raise a healthy child. So, yeah. Module 2 was the natural first aid. And in this module, I cover 14 different remedies and the various things that they can be used for. Amy, do you have your natural first aid kit handy?
I do.
Oh, you got a similar bag to mine. Nice. Yeah. How did you find that? Did you have fun putting that kit together?
Oh, I have so much fun, and I'm still adding and doing bits, and like I've got to get some small containers to put some of my extra things in.
Yep.
But it was so good for me to go, hey, I have a lot of this stuff at home, and there's just a few things I need to get and to tweak, and I've got it all right here at my fingertips. This isn't some big thing that I've got to go and spend hundreds of dollars on, and, you know, it's here.
Yeah, nice. And you know how to use them.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Now, as part of that module 2, we also have the Nature's Black Magic, the charcoal tutorial on and how to make poultices, how to make internal drinks, how to use it for snake bites, spider bites, poisoning, even detoxing and so on. And I've added in a couple of videos there on not me teaching, but somebody else teaching how to make your own charcoal. Yeah, it was fun putting that one together. And then module 3 is common childhood issues. And here I counted it up. There was 19 ailments that I spoke about in there. And again, it's the most common issues that families tend to face with kids. But Knowing how to deal with one thing tends to open up the pathway to knowing how to deal with something of a similar issue, but adapting it to that. And this is where I bring in the peanut report. There's the lymphatic massage for kids. How did you find that section, Amy? Was there a specific ailment that you were like, oh wow, I'm so glad I know how to deal with this now?
The biggest one for me was the constipation. My oldest has struggled with that since he was a baby. And we are seeing so much success. He's still partially reliant on the laxative, but that's more because of his unwillingness at times. But it's made such a huge difference for him. And I know that it's not doing the damage to his body that long-term laxative use would be.
Yeah. Awesome. Module 4, we cover the power of water, and that's all about hydrotherapy. Have you tried any of these treatments yet?
I have done more on myself. I have done the water to draw the blood away because I get migraines, to draw the blood away from my head.
Okay. And that's interesting to note, because this course is kind of geared towards common childhood issues, but here's an adult applying the same principles to herself. So way to go. Childhood diseases. This can sometimes be a bit of a controversial subject. How do you feel I covered it? Like, am I blatantly, pro this way or anti that way? Or I'm interested to know myself. How did I come across in this lesson?
I think you have covered it great. You've given so much information, and information that I actually was not aware of, and questions that I've asked my doctor, because we have potential that there might have been a genetic heart issue. And so I had to have more scans and all the rest, and certain issues that I've asked didn't give as much information as what you gave in the German measles one, for instance. That gave me a lot of information. And mumps was really interesting because I've had mumps as a kid. And chickenpox, because we had a scare where my son might have had chickenpox. And I was like, you know what? If he gets it, no big. Whereas before I would have been like, ah!
That's awesome. I love to hear that. Cool. And I have offered, because some people are kind of starting to wake up to some of the potential issues that can arise from an increase in toxins and so on in the body from various ways, various means of getting those toxins in. So I have added in here a documentary that, it's the other side of the picture. Sometimes in society we're only offered one angle. And so I've tried to tactfully and respectfully offer the other side of the angle and, where to from here. But yeah, we'll just leave it at that. That was a good module to do. I recorded most of those videos at about 2 a.m. and it might appear so in the videos, but it was fun. You got to do what you got to do. I'm in a house with 6 people, and night times is the great time to do a recording. And then the last module is where we come in, kind of put all the pieces together a bit there with the family detox protocol, the applying the goods class, the quick reference chart, my little black book, and so on. And then if you have course feedback and how to become an affiliate. And then we also have all the previous Q&As from the Facebook group. So we do it on Zoom and I record it, and then it goes in here as well if you don't have Facebook, or if you just want to come back and watch it at another time. And we list the topics that each one covers. Like this one, we spoke about those topics, and it's just all the extra stuff that and links to this product, or resources, and people ask their questions, and And Digby pops in here and there to come and say hi or to add some of his spark to it. And yeah, so we would love to have you as part of the community. And please, if you have any questions, you are most welcome to message me privately. You can ask Amy some questions if she's up for it. You can comment on this video. But before we sign off, I'm going to have Amy choose the winner for the homework challenge. So just before Amy and I came on the call, I marked off all the different people. Let me get out of stop share. Yeah. Okay. Before we went on the call together, I'd marked down all the different people that had done the various homework, looking for the hashtags and even those that didn't do the hashtags. And 6 people have managed to get the homework done. And the draw is for the ginormous Natural Remedies Encyclopedia, which Amy, you bought one for yourself, didn't you? Yeah. How often have you pulled that out?
I've pulled it out a few times for specific things, but I'm actually reading through it.
Wow.
It's going to take me a little while. But I'm just like, oh my goodness. I mean, you've caught me at a time. We had a Q&A after I'd read a bit, and I was a bit fragile because I read something that if I'd known better at the time, life might be different for one of my sons, but I didn't. And I've done the best that I know, so I'm not guilty about it, but I was fragile about it. And so there's some tough things sometimes because it's like, oh, if only I'd known sooner. But thank goodness I know now.
Yeah, and you can help other people, potentially maybe prevent something like that in the future, or how do you actually handle it from this point forward? Because you have to forgive yourself, like you have done, for what you didn't know in the past, and just take it from today. And how can you now bring the best situation into what you currently have in your circumstances? And yeah, I just want to say, Amy, I'm really proud of you. I think you've become quite a pillar in this little community, this growing community, and it's amazing watching your journey.
Thank you. I'm so grateful of your willingness to share. I'm so grateful that you have given of yourself, of your time, and of your knowledge to us, that we can know these things.
Thank you. You're going to make me teary. Okay, we're going to do the draw. So, Amy, you need to pick a number between 1 and 6. Number 5. All right. I am amazed. That is Alley Cat.
Congratulations, Allie.
I wonder if it's Tabby. Yeah, maybe she's married to Tabby. Tabby Cat. Alley Cat, congratulations. You are going to receive the Natural Remedies Encyclopedia. So I'm going to get in contact with you and and send that off to you. So thank you so much, Amy, for coming on.
It's a pleasure.
I appreciate your time, and yeah, we might catch another student maybe on Sunday. I will reach out to 1 or 2 of them and see if they want to also come out. Would you like to hear some more? Any of those people watching? Would you like to hear from another student? Okay. Cool. Well, I'll see what I can do and aim to get another one on another day. So thanks, Amy. And yeah, look out for Amy's link down in the comments, and you can use that to get signed up for the Nature's Answer 6-week course. So take care and have a good weekend. Bye.